Hello all. So today we are going to look at the levels of measurements in statistics. Okay. So basically there are two types of level of measurements. Okay. One is qualitative, also called it as categorical, right? And another one is quantitative and also called it as continuous. All right. Now within qualitative, again, there are two types of data. One is nominal, okay, and another one is ordinal. Okay. Now, in simple terms, from the name itself, qualitative means it has to do with something related to, I mean, it doesn't have any quantitative value. Okay. From here, from quantitative, you can see that whatever data types are here in quantitative section, that is some kind of quantitative here. For example, we have interval, and here we have ratio. Okay, interval data type and ratio data type. Okay, now from the name itself, quantitative means some related to quantity, right? That means some kind of mathematical, it's kind of measurable. Okay, and on the opposite way, it's qualitative, it's not measurable. Okay, it is also called it as categorical data, and this also called it as continuous data. Okay, now in nominal data, what kind of data is nominal data? Okay, for example, if I am writing my name, right? If I'm writing my name, it's Ashutosh. Then another name, it's like Vivek, Peter, something, right? So such kind of data, okay, where we can't perform any mathematical operations, okay, and there is no meaning to it, right? Ashutosh, Vivek, Peter, so there are no relations to it, right? And I don't know, I'll write it's like pretty maybe. Okay, you see, there is no relation and we can't do any operations on it. We can't take out its average, right? Only thing we can do, we can just count it. Okay, such kind of data where such mathematical operations cannot be performed, it is called as nominal data. Okay, another example would be name of the cities. So let's say it's Pune, right? It's Bangalore. Okay, it's Delhi. Okay, so such kind of data, whenever you see in any column, right? Such kind of data, we call it as nominal data. Okay, it comes under categorical, and to be more specific, it's nominal data. Now, on the similar lines, okay, when we have the data in form of some order, right? In order, for example, let's say we see data like it's good, very good, excellent, right? Let's say we are having this column where we are seeing such values as bad, good, very good, excellent, right? So such kind of data, it's although some mathematical operations, it's not we are not performing, we can't perform, but you see there are some relation, there is some relation basically in here. So you see, this is the we are giving some kind of rating to a product or something over here, right? So good, then very good, then excellent, there is some kind of relation. Okay, so such kind of data where when some kind of order is maintained, okay, or where some kind of order is present, such kind of data we call it as ordinal data. Okay, another example would be, let's say we rate movies, right, in real world. So in Book My Show, you see movies from like 1 star to 5 star, right? So there is some order, that means one means worst, five means worst, sorry, best, right? So that means if you see such kind of data, ratings data, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star, right? Then such kind of data, we'll call it as ordinal data. Okay, I hope I'm clear over here. All right. Now, on the contrary, interval data, right? Interval data, I will take interval data and ratio data together. Okay. Now, continuous data. Now we see that continuous quantitative. This here it means that we are going to deal with numbers. Okay. Now, what is interval data? Interval data is something where the data is like some kind of integer, but it doesn't has absolute zero value. For example, temperature. Okay. For example, temperature as in Y. So let's say if I say it's 0 degrees Celsius, but 0 degrees Celsius is also means it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So 0 can also go down to -1, -2, -3, right? There is no absolute zero over here, right? So such kind of data where there is no absolute zero, okay, we call it as interval data. All right. In here, we can say temperature. Okay, temperature is one of the example of interval data. All right. Another good example would be time. Okay. Let's say it's 1 p.m. It's 2 p.m., 3 p.m. You see, time doesn't has any absolute zero. Okay. So if you see any column with 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., right? So such kind of data, we call it as interval data. All right, which doesn't has any absolute zero. Okay. Now, in the similar lines, there is ratio data. Ratio data is also here we have some kind of numerical value, but ratio has absolute zero. For example, let's say salary. Okay. So if so salary could be zero, right? I didn't get any salary, or salary could be 1 lakh. Okay, I got 1 lakh salary. Correct? So that is one of the example of ratio data. All right. Now another example would be number of things. So let's say in my case, I'm considering number of cars. Okay, number of cars. So let's say people can have 0 car, that's possible, right? And they can have 1, they can have 2, they can have 3, 4, 5, up to unlimited, whatever it is, right? So such kind of data where absolute zero is present and it's numerical. Okay, we call it as ratio data. All right. I hope I am clear over here. Okay. To revise, there are two basic types of levels of measurements in statistics. Okay, one is quantitative, okay, which is also called as continuous, and another one is qualitative, which is also called as categorical data. Okay, in continuous data, we can perform all the mathematical operations. Okay, whereas in categorical data, the mathematical operations are limited. Okay, so in categorical data, we have two types of data. One is nominal, another one is ordinal. Nominal means where nominal data means on which we can't perform any mathematical operation except we can just count it. Okay, and there are no relation between the variables over here. Ashutosh, Vivek, Peter, Preeti. There is no relation, right? Same goes for city names. So such kind of data is nominal data. Okay. On the other hand, we have ordinal. Ordinal is also kind of text data. Okay. But there is some relation within the text. Okay. You see, good, very good, excellent. Okay. Some kind of order. Wherever there is some kind of order in the data and it is text. Okay. We call it as ordinal data. Okay. Now, on the contrary, we have continuous data. Continuous data, we have internal data and interval data and ratio data. In interval data, wherever there is absolute zero is not present, okay, and it's in form of a numerical value or integer value, okay. Not integer value specific, to be a numerical value, because temperature can be like 2.3 or 23.5. Okay, or it also can be just 23. Okay, so wherever the value is numerical and it can't have absolute zero, such kind of data we call it as interval data. And on the contrary, the numerical value, okay, which has absolute zero, okay, such kind of data, we call it as ratio data. I hope I am clear over here. That's it for this task. Thank you so much for your time.